to talk about the ugly, but we need to talk about it. We need to see that we're all human,
We're
having
all
very
human.
similar experiences.
Yes, making mistakes, being in tough situations, having tough conversations, getting into it with your fellow business partners. It's the ugly, and so so that's where the idea of development and shit came from, because I wanted to show people what it's like to go through processes from the ground up. And I actually have come a long way since the starting of this wondrous podcast. I had just got back from Mexico when we started. And while I was here, I kind of, took my vision down the road of, oh, well, maybe I could stay in the States and create a life and maybe things will be different. But as soon as the fog started going away from my glasses, I quickly realized that I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy in the States and anything about it. The police brutality, all of that just continued to bombard my mind. And I, for my own mental health, couldn't handle it. And so I made the hardest decision. Well, actually, not the hardest decision, because it has been one of the easiest decisions to leave and move back to Mexico, which I have done. So and while I'm here, I'm honoring my father who passed away last March, and he's here with me. And because he would have retired if he didn't get sick, he would have retired here in Mexico. And he really encouraged me to move to Mexico. And so here I am living my best life. And this is my happy place. I let go of my Airbnb businesses in the States, and I also release myself from any obligations. And I'm at peace.
I really, really love that you're at peace now. And I every time I talk to you, I can hear it. And I love that you took a leap and did what you needed to do for you.
Yeah, I realized that you have to do what makes you happy. And for me, I moved to the beat of my own drum, and I like my pace. I started betting on myself more, actually manifesting my wildest dreams. I used to say that I wanted to get back to the old Sabia, but now I'm the new B. And I'm more confident in my own thoughts and desires. And the next phase of my life is going to be bananas.
Bananas. I can't wait to see it.
Yes, yes, yes. So we are going down the path of what our personal, life was like during the process. And I really want to jump into the future. I want to know, what are our future plans? I know, beloveds, you guys want to know too. So Mel, tell us what we have for the future with you.
Well, as I've said before, I am excited and hopeful about my future. And when I say hopeful, I had to emphasize it because it's been some lows. It's been some lows. So for me to be hopeful about my future, it's a good thing. And in the words of Abraham Lincoln, don't judge me, y'all, the best way to predict the future is to create it.
Yes.
So that's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, I love that.
I told y'all I'm creating multiple streams of income so I can have my freedom.
No pun intended. Freedom.
I'm talking time and money. I can't wait to take my time back so I can travel, go on some vacations, some staycations.
Yes.
And I want to get back into some of my hobbies too, like photography. I really enjoyed doing that back in the day. And in the future, I will be working on becoming a top seller on Etsy, a best-selling author, and establishing an education business. Okay, your girl got goals.
Yes, goals.
I'm looking at education consulting and an after-school community program, something along those lines. And I'm going to start freelancing again. I used to be a business profile freelance writer, which was a lot of fun. So this time I will freelance using my poetry and editing skills. So that's where I'm at with my future.
Yes. And you're about to be a multimillionaire. I'm going to go ahead and speak it into existence. I love that.
I accept.
So yeah, but my future is bright, honey. I'm living it up in Mexico right now. As I said, I made that decision and I stand by that. It is one of the best decisions I've made. I'm sharing my life with the world, bringing people to see what it's like to live in Mexico through real estate and, and health and wellness. And, I just want them to see what the possibilities of living outside the States.
Okay, Black expatriate. You definitely have me thinking.
What's an expatriate?
A person who has. You really gonna ask me that?
Expatriate? You mean an expat?
But the word is expatriate.
Oh, girl. Okay, I learn something new every day. Okay, so it's expatriate is the government name of expat. Okay, got it.
Yeah, a person who lives outside their native country.
Got it. Okay. Well, yes, I am an expatriate. But the podcast is opening up new doors of opportunities. I've enjoyed the direction of the podcast, and we are still having so much fun. I mean, Melanie, you're still having fun, right?
Of course. I can't wait to see where the podcast goes. I look forward to maybe having guests come on, speak, we interview, or I would like to see our listeners post questions and we can answer them on our podcast. It's a whole movement out here, so we're just getting started.
Yes.
Well, another great conversation in the books, season finale, episode 10. Thank you all for listening and get ready for another great season.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thanks for giving us your attention. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a review. Follow us on Instagram at Development and Shit, Facebook at MELLNB, Twitter at melleneemonique_pod, and visit our website at developmentandshit.com.